when you were driving, you were up in a cab over, and you were close. Your door was right here, and your steering wheel was right here. Okay, and so when you got done, you did your gear and put it in neutral and went to park and everything. Then you had to get up. And you had to get up and you had to kind of slide over and get around, push your seat back a little bit, and get over. And there's what we call the doghouse. Mm-hmm. And you climb up on that doghouse, and then you crawl back, and you crawl back into the sleeper, and you had like a single bunk sleeper right there.
Wow.
And that's all you had.
And how long have you been driving?
I drove for 28 years.
And where are you from?
Columbia, Missouri.
What was your favorite place to drive?
Oh my goodness. I think I really liked up in like around New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, and up that way, because it is so pretty up there in Maine. Mm-hmm. And there's several other places that I really love too. I could go on forever of places that I liked. I even like Texas. Everybody says, "Oh, you don't like Texas," but I did. I like part of Texas. So,
what would you tell the new drivers that are coming out today?
Be damn careful, because people don't understand trucks, and even some of the truck drivers don't even understand their trucks. The thing that makes me mad, I guess, about trucking today is a guy can walk in with $7,000 and take a CDL class from the CDL company and not learn anything. Like going down mountains, take a percent grade, come off Eagle without smoking your brakes and burning up and crashing down at the bottom or something. Mm-hmm. And they don't teach a lot of that stuff that they taught us, and a lot of us were taught, just by the seat of our pants mostly. The guy that taught me how to drive, I learned how to drive out in California, and it was an old cab over Peterbilt, and he used to haul doubles, and he used to haul grain. Well, he had two trucks, so they taught me how to kind of drive, and I watched. But this guy was a trip, because we have all our DUI laws, and I tell you what, if they ever caught this guy back today, he'd probably still be in jail. So, but he'd carry a cooler up on the doghouse that was full of beer all the time. He'd be going down the road just chugging. And that's how I learned how to drive, basically, was because one night, myself and him and Joe, we all stopped and went to dinner, and he didn't want to get out. He was about half smacked anyway. He's I'm going to sit here and rest. Well, we came back, he was passed out, just cold. So Joe looked at me and said, "Do you think you can drive this thing?" Of course I can. Mm-hmm. And it was a doubles. I did it. I mean, I'm surprised the transmission didn't drop out of it. Mm-hmm. I got it there, and I got the doubles up on the scales. They said I did a really good job, and that was the start of my truck driving career. A little bit different. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit different than that. Yeah. This one, I'm not sure if this one had the air ride on it or not, but when Ford came out with the 9000s, they came out with the sleeper cab, and on the sleeper cab they had airbags. The Elite was the airbags. They had 4 airbags on the truck, mm-hmm. And they had it like split in half, so they had 4 airbags, one on each corner. And you go down the road, and that's the most comfortable truck because it just kind of flowed on down the highway. Mm-hmm. And Matt came out with a similar setup on their trucks too.
Oh wow!
So it was interesting. I've drove just about everything, and I like it. My last 2 trucks that I had that I owned myself was I had a Peterbilt and I had a Kenworth 6. What was I want to say 680, but I don't think that's correct. It was one of the first anteaters that came out. So, but I love those trucks. And then I started having some problems, so I needed to be home a little bit more. I needed to get off the road, and so I went to work for J.B. Hunt. I worked for J.B. Hunt for 3 years, and that was a good place. I love everything about trucking. I love the travel. I really love the changes that have happened over the years. You can see the changes from old to good to bad to brand new, and you can see so many changes. But along with those changes, the drivers have changed an awful lot too. There used to be a big camaraderie out here, you know, and if a guy needed some help and he's pulled over the side of the road, somebody would pull over and try and help you or take you at least to the next truck stop.
Right.
And it doesn't quite happen that way anymore. Everybody just kind of passes you on by. They're in a big hurry and they're gone. But I love trucking in general. When I go on a trip, and when my wife used to go with me when I took off, she used to tell me that I used to watch the trucks more than I did the highways. You know, but I do. I love it. And I love everything about them. It just kind of trips my trigger, I guess. I've got a big collection at home too, and she thinks I'm nuts. So, you know.
Thank you for letting me take the time to talk to you.
Sure, anytime. I'm glad that I was able to talk to you. This was really kind of neat.